You're very familiar of the fact that Congress is asking for the participation of certain officials of the province of Cagayan. Alam niyo po yon na meron pong ongoing hearing. At alam din po ninyo through your provincial administrator kung sino-sino pong pinatawag naming official who can shed light on the issues being deliberated in this committee. Ang tanong po sa inyo, do they have to ask for your permission to issue travel authority? Kailangan ba sila ay humingi pa ng travel authority sa inyo?
Well, I'm really sorry if I failed all of your expectations po on how I would do all these things.
Hindi po, napakasimple yung tanong ko.
I'm
Kailangan
sorry.
ba humingi pa ng permisyo sa inyo na, Gob, payagan nyo naman po kami makapunta, pahingi naman po ng travel authority. You're expecting them to ask this from you, from your office? Kami na nga po ang nagpapatawag eh. If you consider the authority of this committee to call anybody as a former member of this house, kayo po ang higit na nakakaalam kesa doon sa mga tao ninyo. So the question remains, do they have to ask this authority to travel? Ako na sasagot, hindi po. Kung yung tanong po ni Congresswoman Alin, so is it the conclusion of this committee that these people, your officials, deliberately defied this committee? And for doing that, they're also subject to contempt.
I'll take the
Ganun na mangyayari
I'll
po.
take the cudgels for them, sir.
Ano po?
I'll take the cudgels for them. Kasalanan ko po yun.
So, tatagal po yung detention ninyo. Kasi
Sir.
ilan po ba yung pinatawag namin?
Mr. Chair, 15 lahat yung mga government provincial employees.
O ilan ba sila? Ilan ba
And
yung
how do you
contempt?
reconcile the statement of those 15 from the statement of the governor? Sino ba dapat ang paniwalaan? 15 na ito na katao na nagsabing hindi mo sila pinayagan dahil hindi ka nag-issue ng travel order. Ikaw ba dapat ang paniwalaan o itong 15 na empleyado ng provincial government?
Governor, please.
Well, I would not talk of the numbers, sir. Kaya nga sabi ko, if that was my kasalanan ko po yun, let it lay on me. I'm really sorry.
Mr. Chair.
Just to make the record straight, it's not 15, it's 14 because during that hearing of August 9, it was only 14 because Sinding was not present during that hearing. So instead of 15, yung numero talaga is 14. Yes, Kong Adjong.
Mr. Chair, I would just want to be clarified with the responses of the good governor, if I may, Mr. Chair.
Proceed.
Yes, Gob, alam niyo po ba talaga na may proceeding po dito, no?
Yeah, alam ko po.
So alam din niyo po na nag-start po tayo ng medyo Mr. Chair, when did we start the proceeding? Sometime I wasn't deputized at that time. So may I just
The first hearing
Timelines na
was May
important
23.
ano po?
May 23. The second hearing was May 31 when the good governor is present.
Okay.
That was the second schedule of hearing.
So, Gob, alam niyo po ba yun na it started in May? And then
Opo.
continuous po yung ano.
Opo.
On fast forward po tayo sa July. On July 25, alam niyo na din po na na-postpone ng hearing, hindi ba?
Yung pagdating ng
Yeah,
EGAY po.
pagdating ng
Yes,
EGAY.
yes,
Opo.
I know.
Sige po. So after a while you still know na ongoing yung committee hearings at naging congressman na po kayo, aware naman po kayo na in any time soon, since na hindi ho nakarating or ayaw makarating ng mga iba, ay magko-conduct po, i-exercise po ng committee ito ang kanilang power to subpoena. Alam niyo naman po dun yun.
Yeah, opo.
Okay. Pero despite that, ang sinasabi po niyo sa committee ito ay hindi niyo ho alam. Ibig sabihin, parang wala ho kayong idea na po pwedeng i-exercise ng power ng committee yung kanyang power para papuntahin dito yung mga dapat na makapunta dito.
Alam ko po. na
Alam niyo
meron.
po.
Yes.
So, ang pagkakaintindi ko po, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Chair, since alam niyo po na possible na ipatawag po yung mga taong ito in whatever the power granted this committee na pwede nang exercise, ang impression ko po ngayon is parang it's either ayaw niyong i-honor ang committee at binabaliwalan niyo po ang committee, or talagang hindi niyo po kumbaga there's the semblance of defiance on your part. Yun po yung pagkakaintindi ko po sa mga sagot po ninyo. Kasi alam niyo po yung power ng committee at alam niyo po ongoing ang committee ito, pero ang mga sagot niyo po ay hindi ko alam na may sumulat, hindi ko alam na may natanggap ang aking administrator, hindi ko alam na kailangan pala yung mga line heads of agencies na dumalo, na based on your track record, you were once a former congressman and you knew from the very start po, Gob, that the committee, while it starts its proceeding and continues to do its job, alam nyo po na we can always request for all the personalities, individuals that are needed for the conclusion and resolution of a certain House resolution or any cases pending before the committee. So yun po yung pagkakaano po, Mr. Chair, parang it's either there's a sheer negligence on the part of the good governor not to honor, or talagang deliberate po na didedefine niya. So ganun lang po yung impression ko, kasi alam nyo ma po na yun nga, nagko-conduct tayo ng committee investigation dito. Mr. Chair, it's not a question, that's just a manifestation, and that's part of my statement. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Adyong. Any other member who would like to ask any question?
Mr. Chair,
Chairman Akop?
ewan ko kasi umalis ako kanina para makaparticipate sa committee hearing ng DTI. Anyway, I was listening to the interpellation of the Honorable Marcoleta. Sinasabi niya na masyadong dependent si Governor sa kanyang provincial administrator to such an extent that he was not able to file his answer to the show cause order on time. Pero matanong ko nga si Governor, may kasama po kayong abogado ngayon, di po ba? You have 5 lawyers?
Governor? Chairman Akop is asking if you're with lawyers now.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have 5 lawyers? Or?
For
Oh, nasobrahan ko. Sir Governor, kung noong natanggap mo yung show cause orders, bakit kung wala yung provincial administrator mo, hindi ka na lang naghanap ng abogado dun sa probinsya mo para tulungan ka dun sa problema mo? Samantalang ngayon, nandito ka to comply with the contempt and detention order of the 2 committees, you're with 4 lawyers. Kindly explain that to me. Bakit nung ikaw ay kinakailangan sumagot sa show cause order, hindi ka makahanap ng abogado? Ngayon, mapupunta ka rito at may kukulong ka dito sa institution na ito, merong 4 na abogado. Sige nga po.
Mr. Chair, sabi ko nga kanina, no? Yung provincial administrator ko and chief of staff ko ang nagsasabi sa akin ng lahat ng dumadating na correspondence. And if I am not informed about it, no? Kasi sa dami rin naman, mahirap kasi na sabihin ko dapat maraming trabaho if you don't accept that. Ang sinasabi ko po is, if I only knew na hindi makaya ni Attorney Charo ito from that note at hindi niya maasikaso ito to take it with me, I may have done so, no? Kasi may mga abogado naman akong mga pwedeng lapitan. Yun po ang nangyari sa akin, no? And that is why I was dependent on her to inform me about this, no? Because every day po, lahat po kasi ng correspondence or letters or anything, kina-counter sign niyo po sa akin. So every day po, no, sinasabi niya rin sa akin, ito. Siguro because of yung mga sabay-sabay na nangyari po sa amin, really, no, we may have not, or siguro po, nakaligtaan po namin ang dapat na magawa, especially for me.
Mr. Governor, it's hard for me to believe that. Kasi kung titingnan ko po yung inyong mga pananalita po doon sa Bombo Radio, you have been kept abreast of what's happening in the two committees. Investigador po ako, Governor, kasi dati po akong pulis. It's very hard for me to believe yung kayong statement mo. Dahil kung titignan ko, pag meron nangyayari dito, meron kang sagot doon sa Bombo Radio sa programa mo. As a matter of fact, sinasabi mo pa nga na walang pera yung Cagayan Provincial Government. Wala naman kaming sinasabi na nawala kang pera eh. Ang sinasabi namin, mali ang paggastos ninyo ng pera ng gobyerno. Yun po ang sinasabi namin. And I cannot really believe na hindi nyo alam yung nangyayari dito. Very current po yung information nyo na nanggagaling dito. And that is why you know how to answer it doon sa iyong programa. Doon sa Cagayan. Ganun po yun. Di po ba? Now, let's go back to yung sub judice rule. Have you ever asked your lawyer yung advice nila kung sub judice nga itong issue na ito, yung yung pagsagot mo rito sa mga katanungan namin? May I know who is the lawyer who advised you on that you are not supposed to speak because the issue is sub judice?
Well, my lead lawyer, Your Honor, is Attorney Macalindal po.
Pakitanong nyo nga po dun sa lawyer dahil hindi po siya pwedeng sumagot dito sa kwan na ito. Is he aware of the case of Romero the Second versus Estrada decided in 2019? Is he aware of that? Pakitanong lang po yung lead counsel nyo.
He is not here today, sir.
O yung may lawyer mo, kung alam niya yun. Yung 4 ang lawyer nyo pong dala, di pakitanong lang po. Are they aware of the case of Romero II versus Estrada 2019? And Mr. Chair, the governor has been a member of this house for 12 years. And maybe during those 12 years, he would have participated in investigation in aid of legislation of this nature also. And he would have known that. Otherwise, hindi po siya nag-attend ng mga hearing dito in aid of legislation. That would be my conclusion, Mr. Chair.
Gob, please check your lawyer if I find the no, you're not allowed to speak. You tell Gob what to answer.
Well, according to my lawyer, Your Honor, there are also other jurisprudence on that, on the sub judice rule. And that is what we are also trying to
Is
impress into the
Mr. Chair.
committee.
Your lawyer telling me that the Supreme Court has different decisions insofar as sub judice rule is concerned? Is that what your lawyers are trying to tell us here?
Yes.
Can you
yes.
cite a case related to the powers of Congress? At the same time, yung sub judice rule? With regards to inquiry in AW situation, that the Supreme Court has a ruling and it affirms the... Please proceed, Gov.
Is it possible for us to submit our legal position on this matter, Your Honor?
Mr. Governor, ako po ay wala pong binabasa o ano. Bakit kailangan po ng abogado ninyo na kailangan pang mag-submit? May I also ask, Mr. Chair, the Governor, please ask your lawyer if you're not subject to the sub judice rule when you speak about the cases against you.
Please, Gov.
Well, according to my lawyers, I am precluded from discussing the merits and the demerits of the cases.
You're precluded.
Yes.
Pero marami kang sinasabi doon sa Cagayan, sa Bombo Radio, regarding your case. And therefore, you can also be subjected to contempt. Di po ba? Hindi as your lawyer dahil baka hindi mo alam.
Well, right here I am under oath, and I could be it will easily affect my case.
Siguro, pag-aralan nyo mabuti yung kuha mo, Governor, dahil you may be doing things outside the bounds of law at ikaw mapapasama. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
May I